So, it's been about a day and a half. Yeah. Had a sleep in Girder and Hod's house. They tasked me with bringing the news of the dragon attack to Whiterun. Girder herself offered some supplies, of which there was a tent. And I have been chopping wood for a day and a half, pretty much. So we do have... Oh. Where's Hod? Hod? Where are ya? We do have some more supplies. Hod? No. No. Where's Hod?
I'm waiting.
Where the hell is he? You know, I have to admit, as we look for Hod, that I have missed this game. Just the simple little acts of having to work your way up to even leave the first city, it's something that I have missed. And not a lot of people do, because they don't necessarily play the hardcore mods that I play. So they're able to just be like, oh, River Run, hello, goodbye, on to Whiterun, doing missions, so on and so forth. But if you really sit around, you hear a lot of the stories that a lot of people can miss. You hear Faendale and Sven really go at each other, trying to have the bigger cock and compete in the little pissing contests. You hear little Dorothy and her mother, her mother pleading with Dorothy, please, just be a woman. And she's just like, no, I'm Arya Stark. I want to fight with swords and be a man. It's really, really fun and really immerses you into the world. And you find out that the Smith very well could have a drinking problem, because I've heard his wife complain to him on many occasions about how he hasn't been home and he's spending too much time at the tavern. It's pretty funny. Was Hod in here? Maybe he's had a drink?
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
No. Alright, I'm gonna drop this because this is literally just 40 wood and it's only 40 gold. As silly as that is, it's true. I guess Requiem really nerfed how much money you make from chopping wood. It's a gold wood now. Anyways, we're gonna try and make our way to Whiterun. We have done a bit of bartering and stuff. Ooh,
Need a ride?
could I?
Where do you want to go?
No. Okay.
Good day.
So yeah, I do have a backpack now. It's got my tent and torch and axe on it, which I had to make my own. Not my own axe. I had to make my own pickaxe. I made my own pickaxe because I found that there was some iron ore over there. Hello. What's... This is Extended Cities mod, by the way. I know this wasn't in the last episode, but it is here now. Oh good, now I'm soaking wet. We're gonna have to dry off before we go. This is very nice.
Fancy robes. You a wizard or something?
I could be.
Take a look.
Ah, you just sell fish. Oh, very good. Interesting. So if I need, like, fish stuff, I can talk to the fisherman here. Which is very awesome. For those of you that remember, was it Arene? I think it was Arene. I had the Art of the Catch. What does that say? Oh, this is an inn as well. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a bit of a problem with the textures in the Extended Cities and Villages mod. Yeah, there it is. I found an ore vein when I was out trying to hunt for something. That's not here. I don't know why it's not here, but it's not here. The mud crab. There's a mud crab that's typically over here. Faendale just sitting on a stump. I'm not sure if that's a smart move. There's a load of ant. Aww. They moved the stump. Alright. Extended Cities is not perfect. I've had to uninstall Lanterns of Skyrim because there were just a bunch of floaty lanterns. And that was really unfortunate. So yeah, everything in Riverrun is shifted over ever so slightly just to make room for more people. Is it lore friendly? No. But is it immersive? Yes. A village should have more than like 6 people. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna dry off by the fire. Because even though Riverrun is a pretty tame place in terms of weather, you still don't want to be walking around soaking wet. So let's just dry off real quick. As breathes fire, readies himself for the journey out into the world. And just about dry. And we're dry. Let's go. We're going to make our way to the hold of Whiterun. I think this is actually... I think Riverrun falls under... Not Whiterun, but Falkreath? Maybe it is under Whiterun Hold, but it's so close to Falkreath that... I don't know. There's about to be a story element at some point. Let's put up our hood. We are traveling. I did forget to get a cloak. Should I turn around and get it? No. We should be fine for the time being. With the day and a half that we've had chopping wood and everything, I've kind of come up with an idea of maybe what we will be for a class. And that would be an arcane paladin. Now, the idea would be to mostly be a warrior. So, swords and blocking and all that stuff. But we will be relying on magic to do that. So we need to get ourselves mage armor, which will fall underneath conjuration. We need to get ourselves some bound weapons, which falls under conjuration. And we need to invest heavily into restoration so that way we can heal ourselves and we can have a shield. I know a lot of people will be like, don't forget destruction. Honestly, I kind of don't want to do destruction. Anytime I ever make a magic-based character, it's always heavily destruction-based. Let's stay away from the wolf. We're no threat to you. Ooh, and a level up. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now, let's go with some more magicka. Yes, indeed. For the time being. Let's grab conjuration. And now we can have a bound sword. And... okay, here's the thing. I don't want to use conjuration as, like, a necromancy thing. I literally only want it for the sword. I only really want it for the sword. Summon Swarm, though. That sounds... yes. Okay, well, we'll take that only because we have to take 2 perks. So we'll take the Summon Swarm. It's literally shooting bees out of our hands. I don't really think of that as necromantic too much. Okay, So now... Oop. Now we have our... What is this? Physical exertion. Attacking. Striking your melee weapon using your ranged tires you heavily... Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I guess I'm just tired. Let's favorite that and favorite that. We'll put that there. We'll put this here. And let's unfavorite that. And let's get rid of that. We don't need these. We're not going to be doing that. You realize that all your life you have been coasting along as if you were in a dream. Suddenly, facing the trials of the last few days, you have come alive. Yes, I have. So, it is the... Yeah, it's the Spriggan attack. The Spriggan attack is an alright attack. It's an alright attack. Summons a swarm of insects from the realms of Hirsine, which burrows into the target's flesh and deals 5 poison damage and 5 physical damage for 1 second. So, as long as I hold this, they're taking 10 damage. So, awesome. Not quite sure if we're going to be using that too often, but, you know, you never know. I hear dogs. Ah! It's the Legion. With a Stormcloak prisoner. Excellent. Ah. Whiterun. We're almost there. Let's stick to the road, because I don't know if a troll can spawn here. And I kind of don't want to aggro a troll, if at all possible. An Imbrew Meadery. Old Draven's favorite place, but he ain't here no mo. Okay, let's have a walk, regain our stamina. So yeah, there's a lot of mods that I've opted out of getting or using because Requiem does that. Convenient horses, unnecessary, really. At least for the purposes that I always wanted convenient horses, because I just wanted a horse with saddlebags. Requiem adds that. I don't have Harvest Overhaul, because it never made sense to only pick up 1 lavender out of all of these. Requiem gives me 4. So, yeah, oh. Let's see if we can help. Oh boy. Come on. Spells. Spells. Okay, I'm out of magicka. I need to help him. Come on, come on, come on. Whoa, what happened there? You're not coming after me. They are coming after me. He's coming after me. Okay. Oh, God. Quick save. Oh! Okay. Oh! Whoa! Oh god, he's coming for me! Bill, get up! Kill it! Whoo!
You handle yourself well. You could make for a decent shield brother.
Shield brother, eh?
An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough.
Well, that sounds like the type of people that could help train me in the ways of combat, but not in the ways of magic. So, one step at a time,
Not
possibly.
for me to say. You'll have to talk to Kodlak Whitemane up in Jorvaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
And, ooh, an ebony arrow. I will be grabbing that. So yeah, I hope the idea behind this whole character build is to use nothing but magic, but fight as a warrior. Which is possible with Requiem. Because it does turn the wards into shields that can actually stop physical damage with enough perks and skill into it. So, yeah, here's Whiterun. Got a guy furiously reading a book. Look at him. Jeesh. Must have input. Input! Excellent. Ah, Whiterun. Ah, missing textures.
Funny suit and all. Just north by the Loria's farm. Fool had a coffin in a cart with a broken wheel. I'd like to see him laugh his way out of that.
Huh.
Well, sounds like you've had quite the journey, Uthgar. But you were gone long.
Fucking Brienne of Tarth over there.
Fight with us and you'll have stories to tell.
Got some pretty kitties.
If you're worth anything, right?
So maybe we'll go check out that jester. We just got a little bit of info. Doesn't sound too far away. Should be a safe enough journey to see that through.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
Ah, but Riverwood calls for the Jarl's aid.
Riverwood's in danger too. We better go on in. You'll find the Jarl in Dragon's Reach, at the top of the hill.
Excellent. I shall head right there, my good man. Excellent. Hello, guard. See, yes, Open Cities is back.
Whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
You just can't fill in
Ah,
size
I've
on your
missed
own.
this place.
Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak.
Or truly have.
Besides, Greymane would never consider.
Right.
Battleborn, give me your money.
I don't have any money.
You better give me 5 septims right now or I'm gonna bloody your nose.
No, please. I really don't have any money, Brave.
I
I'll
know
give
your
you 10
family's honor is
seconds tomorrow.
important to you, but we can't afford it.
It took me weeks to find that thieves' den. I can't stop now, and I can't get the sword on my own.
So you're willing to starve your wife and daughter to reclaim some rusty old sword?
I just need to hire one, maybe 2 good men. You won't starve.
I'll put it plainly. You can claim your sword, or you can keep your wife. If you set foot outside that gate, I won't be here when you return.
Oh. That's, sounds a bit
Wait,
different.
I-
Dangerous, I mean. Different. Ah. That must be your Vaskar. Thank you, Talos. And an old Oblivion Gate from the Oblivion Crisis way back in the day. Strange they haven't knocked it down. So, we have a choice. I think pressing matters should come first, rather than idle curiosity. Yes. We'll do this. We'll deliver the message. And then we'll go see about possibly training with some of the best in the land to further our skills. We are a long way off before we can begin our proper adventure career. Hood off.
My lord, please. This is no time for rash action. I just think we need more information.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors.
Balgrup, I have news from Helgen about the dragon attack. Girder sent me. Riverwood is in danger.
As House Carl, my job is to deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention. Now explain yourself.
A dragon has destroyed... I was told to give the message directly to the Jarl about the dragon destroying Helgen.
You know about Helgen?
I do.
The Jarl will want to speak to you personally. Approach.
Smart. Are you wearing ebony? I think she's wearing ebony. Ebony guard armor. Nice. It's an ebony sword, for sure.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
Yes, I had a great view while the Imperials were trying to cut off my head. The Imperials were about to execute Ulfric's Stormcloak, then the dragon attacked.
I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If the dragon is lurking in the mountains.
It's a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not... Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties. That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem.
Ooh.
There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents? Perhaps.
Talents?
Now, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
Dragons! And wizard! Excellent! A wizard could help us on our path to being an arcane warrior. See, my thinking is, if we rely solely on magic for armor and weapons, then we're not overburdened by tons of steel and armor, leaving us plenty of room for loot. Very important for an adventure. We need plenty of room for loot.
I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
Hello.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
Ah. Yeah, that's not something I typically do. Not yet, anyways. I'm a long way from delving into dangerous dungeons. Especially when I'm not even sure what it has to do with dragons.
You see, When the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibility. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from?
So what do you need me to do?
I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
Aha. What can you tell me about it?
An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there.
Yes.
It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here.
It's not miserable.
I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction.
There's a lot of nice people there. And only like one drunk. It's pretty good. So how do you know it's even in there?
Well, we must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources.
Reliable, of course. So... You're a wizard. Where could I possibly learn more about magic?
A prospective student, are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. You should try your luck at the College of Winterhold.
Okay. I guess I'll just look that up on a map or something. Because you're not going to tell me anything about it. Tell me about the Dragon War. You mentioned Dragon War before the Bleak Falls Barrow.
I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. Even I used to think it was just a myth. But not anymore. The Dragon War was a real event, although only the barest glimmer of the actual events has come down to us. Far back in the Mythic era, the dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to the dragons. The details are lost, but at some point, the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their dragon overlords.
So were all the dragons killed?
Oh no. Many were killed, of course, but many survived into historical times. Why, this very palace was built by one of Balgroof's ancestors to hold a captive dragon. Hence its name, Dragon's Reach.
Ah. Alright.
You know, if you've got the aptitude,
now, you should join
anything we
the
can use to fight this dragon, or dragons, we need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgroof. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure he will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
Well, I do like the sound of that. But I am a long way to being able to explore a dangerous dungeon filled with gods know what. Possibly undead.
Oh, I thought you were already on your way to Bleak Falls Barrow.
No, not yet. Not yet. Don't rush me. I'm very weak. What do you got for sale?
Spells and incantations for those with the talent to guess them.
Excellent. Could you possibly teach me these spells? What do you got for scrolls? Scrolls are actually kind of useful now. Animate lockpick. Scroll? Okay. Invoking scroll will magically attune the caster's soul gems and thus allows to recharge weaponry. Okay. So if I want to recharge enchanted weapons, I need a skill to actually do so. Or this scroll, which is very damn expensive. Gonna have to work on speechcraft. Definitely gonna need to work on speechcraft. Wolfskin could be useful, but only for warmth. Same with fox and all that stuff. Yeah, scrolls are useful in case you can't actually cast. You actually want this, because, yeah, it's not like vanilla Skyrim where it's like, fuck it, fuck scrolls. I'll just, they're not gonna add anything interesting or awesome. In the case of Animate Lockpick, this is essentially an unlock spell, but Animate Lockpick, the spell, it's a one-time purchase, and if I can use it, great, but it also requires a piece of Quicksilver ore. that can get heavy if you're in a very locked up dungeon or house or something. So yeah, it might be better off just bringing along a bunch of scrolls. How much do scrolls weigh? 0.5. So yeah, let's have a look around at what we got. We have, of course, the best wards, which we may be getting at some point. It will, of course, become better the more better I become at restoration. Vask will reduce my exposure, but it will come back. A bound cloak could be very useful, seeing as how I don't actually have one. Candlelight. Should I get Candlelight? Well, I'm gonna take Alteration. The next perk I get, I'm gonna spend it in Alteration to get Mage Armor, as well as this spell. So for the moment, no. We don't need that. Feather Fallen, so that way we can just jump off things and not die. That could be quite useful. Healing Aura. I'd rather have a proper healing spell rather than just, you know, healing. Fall into a deep slumber for up to 40 seconds. Empowerment causes an uneasy sleep, reducing magic and stamina regeneration. So I could just knock someone out without killing them. Interesting. We got, of course, invisibility. We are avoiding destruction spells. Here's some Mage Armor. Mage Armor 2. But we're about to get Mage Armor 1 at some point soon. Next level up. Soul Trap. Very useful. We definitely need Soul Trap, because we are also going to be getting into Enchanting. To, you know, better make my... Well, actually, I don't know if we'll be getting into an Enchanting, because we're not going to use physical objects, aren't we? We could end up using Enchanting to make better robes and necklaces and rings and stuff like that. So, Enchanting, maybe. At the very least, we could always just capture souls and soul gems and sell off the soul gems, because, yeah, filled soul gems are very expensive. Sunfire. Restoration spell. Caster evokes a ball of searing sunlight that deals 55 points of sun damage. That is something we need. It's a nice restoration spell. It's really only useful against undead. I like it. I like it a lot. This is a goal. Well, one of many goals, but this is a goal. We need this before we even embark onto the Bleak Falls Barrow. So, we need...
Off to Bleak Falls Barrow with you.
We need much cash. Now, I could go around and steal a bunch of stuff, but there's a problem with that in Requiem. If you become a thief, you are labeled a thief, and the gods don't like thieves. They also don't like murderers. So, I'm thinking perhaps we should be a pious character. I think Breathes Fire should be a bit pious. Not overly pious, like, feel the wrath of Stendar, sinner. Like, you know, none of that, but we shouldn't want to anger the gods. We're going to need their blessings. We're going to need their favor at the shrines. Because, well, it's buffs. And we need buffs. Buffs are useful. Buffs are very, 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 very useful. Also, I'm not sure if you lose favor with the gods, if their amulets will even work anymore. And we need their amulets. At least one or two. We're going to want their amulets. Because we can also place them on backpacks and gain additional bonuses from there. So, yeah. We don't want to anger the gods. So, I don't think Thieves Guild, and I don't think Dark Brotherhood would be a good idea. So, let's hop into Jorrvaskr real quick and talk to this white mane fella.
Those two at it again? I knew it. Strike when the shoulder. He's giving you openings.
Look at him go.
Come on.
So, while they're all distracted, ooh, oh, it's not real. Thank God they're not real. I was really, really tempted for a second to instantly break my rule and be like, nope, I'm stealing that. I don't know. We're going to try and be good people. We'll see how well that works. If we are to become the ultimate adventurer, we might need to do some things that isn't particularly good. But who knows?
You want to talk to one of the companions, I'm sure.
But I still hear the call of the blood.
We all do. It is our burden to bear. But we can overcome.
You have my brother and I, obviously. But I don't know if the rest will go along quite so easily.
Leave that to me.
Hello.
A stranger comes to our hall.
Hi. I am Breathes Fire, and I think I would like to join the companions.
Would you now? Here, let me have a look at you. Yes, perhaps. A certain strength of spirit.
Master, you're not truly considering accepting him.
I am nobody's master, Lucas. Last I checked, we had some empty beds in your for those with a fire burning in their hearts.
Apologies. But perhaps this isn't the time. I've never even heard of this outsider.
Sometimes the famous come to us. Sometimes men and women come to us to seek their fame. It makes no difference. What matters is their heart.
And their arm.
Of course. How are you in battle, boy?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know much, but I want to learn.
That's the spirit. Vilkas here will get started on that. Vilkas, take him out to the yard and see what he can do.
Aye.
Alright. You gonna go? There we go. Alright. I hope this works, because, testing, this did not.
The old man said to have a look at you. So, let's do this. Just have a few swings at me so I can see your form. Don't worry, I can take it.
So, I'm not sure if it's failed previously because I tried to use magic. But, here we go.
That's your best, huh?
Now that's impressive. You're mightier than you look. You might just make it. But for now, you're still a whelp to us, new blood. So you do what we tell you. Here's my sword. Go take it up to Yorland to have it sharpened. And be careful. It's probably worth more than you are.
Alright. So, okay. Maybe it was. He also didn't have his shield. But whatever, it's fine. So yeah. Here we go. Off we go. As a squire, essentially, or a whelp, as they put it. Now begins my life as a little whelp. I will be learning from these fine gentlemen and ladies the arts of physical combat.
I'm watching you.
Sorry, sir, sorry. The arts of physical combat. At a later point, we can learn the finer points of the arcane. But for now, this is where we are. And we have a lot of work ahead of us in order to afford said training. We're going to have to pay our dues. And what better way to pay our dues than a little choo-choo-win? Yeah.